set of wheels. Imagine how that must feel. He's been accepted at Slate Town U. The clothes he wears are always new. He spends money like it grows on trees. Never asks for nothing without the word please. A model citizen of our stone age. Cro-Magnon man, he's the latest rage. It's hot, correcting the magma. It's so hot, waiting for it to cool.
What thing are you intimidated by, Steph?
Tell us all the things you're intimidated by.
So on
Smallest to
Friday,
largest.
we just have to play it by
Horses?
ear. But Friday, I will be doing iFly, which is that
iFly.
indoor skydiving thing. There's one in Mission Valley.
Then why are you
There's one
doing
in
that, Steph?
Oceanside. Huh?
Why would you be doing that?
Because here's to 35.
What?
I'm gonna go in with a bang.
Yeah.
But no, for real, like even reading like even reading like the thing as you're signing, because obviously it has like the waiver, a waiver that you have to sign as all things.
All things with a
Yeah.
whiff of danger have.
But I think that's like the funniest thing is reading it, because it's also just like, I mean, I've signed waivers all the time where they're just like, please don't sue us if you get injured, like, you know what you're like, you know, like stuff like that, essentially. But you're gonna be in a tube, right?
Mhm.
And there's a wind tunnel that's going 165 miles an hour. And I'm gonna
Sounds
be in a
fun so far.
jumpsuit. Yeah, I'm gonna be in a jumpsuit. And
Like a
so it was
flying
gifted.
squirrel.
Yeah, it was gifted by my roommate, and then we opted so that I also have like the dude who's in there with me, who like has one hand on like a strap on my suit, and he kind of holds me while swinging me around, and then he's supposed to like
a baby in a pool.
Yeah, essentially, that's essentially it. And they're also doing what was it? So it's I paid sorry, my roommate gifted it to me. So, it's like this like higher, faster package for like I forget. There's like an extra part.
Higher,
so
farther,
I'll
faster?
go like
Yeah.
I think the tube is 50 feet high, so you could go somewhat high. I don't know how high exactly.
Are you
but
gonna try to go as high as you can?
I mean, he's gonna take me there. I have no choice.
So he's going to take you higher. Thank you. That's
literally.
all I wanted to do.
Yeah, I was like reading it and I was like watching videos because I was just like, of course I get intimidated by stuff like that. I mean, in general, bucket list is to actually skydive.
Yes.
Mhm.
But every time I think about it, I freak myself out.
I
Like,
mean, free fall.
Fairly,
yeah, it's the free fall for
you
me.
should be scared.
It's that belly feeling that I fucking hate.
Well, that's
And
why
the
the
fact
first
that
few
I
times
know-
you go, you're with an instructor, so you
Yeah,
should be
I
fine.
just know that one time that you get off the plane and you got that free fall and your legs are trying to find something stable ground and you can't for a good minute or so, that long minute or so. Yeah, I don't know. I was reading into it. This is
What-
supposed to like
What if
kind
this
of
awakens
replicate
something in
that?
you? Like, what if you go to the iFly and you're like, oh my god, I want to jump out of a plane.
Well, that's the thing.
Starts taking the
My goal,
classes.
my life goal is to at least do that once in my life. And I'm only getting older. And I know
We all are.
my
That's how time works.
I don't know how much I could be confident that I'm gonna keep wanting to do this. Because one
Yeah,
day I'm gonna
At
be like, I
35,
can't. I'm not
processing her
fucking doing
midlife
it.
crisis.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, fuck it. I wanna go.
There's like
Yeah, so-
80-year-old women doing it, like
Yeah.
like
I
specifically
know.
random. Now I have a question. Do you want to solo skydive?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
The
tandem,
person's gonna
someone
be
else-
with
yeah.
me.
Jesus got the wheel. You're fine. His name is Jesus. It's not a metaphor.
Yeah.
He prefers
and,
Jesus
like,
though.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks,
I
Jesus.
mispronounced it. My bad. I'm trying that umi, and it's really not going well. And so, like, you're just like, it's a ride more than anything else.
Yeah.
You can do this at any time, Steph. Now, absolutely, if you want to do it, I encourage you. Yeah, fucking get out there, do it. Bring back the video. We'll talk about it for a month. But you know, like, don't think
Life
like, oh, time is running out for me.
Well,
Does it come
just
with
like-
a video package, or do you have to have
Yes.
someone else with you to
Well,
take a
there's
video?
like clips. We did we did the higher and faster
Mm-hmm.
upgrade, then the photo upgrade, then the video clip upgrade, and it's just me doing it solo. Well, it's me and probably some other random people who are going to be watching me from outside the tube, but you know,
Yeah, but they're not in the tube with you.
yeah, they're not in the tube. with
Wait,
me.
are you going to the place by yourself, or is
No.
someone going with
My
you?
roommates are going.
Okay, cool.
Alright,
This
right on.
people
I'm
say,
just
go for it,
riding
Steph.
this
See
solo.
you later. Let us know how it goes in a
Enjoy
few
that.
hours.
Yeah, they're very like.
They
like I
throw a
said, I was
party
reading
without
all
you.
The things like for sure it said like if you have any back problems, obviously don't do it. Any shoulderless like
Now's the time to
like-
do it, Steph.
history
God,
of
Steph,
like
just
shoulder
call me by my
dislocations
name,
and stuff.
shit.
You're like out. Obviously, if you're pregnant, out.
Damn it.
You know, and then yeah, of course. Honestly, they also have like a weight cap, which that makes sense. I get it. But then yeah,
What's the weight cap?
Yeah, I am very curious.
300.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's a lot of room.
Yeah,
There's a lot
Yeah.
of room.
Yeah.
I would
So-
love to see it though.
I don't know. I'm kind of yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Nothing to be
No,
nervous
it's
about.
It's
gonna
gonna be
go.
a blast.
It's gonna be
I'm
fine.
excited.
You're gonna be in a
I'm just
controlled
nervous
environment.
about
You're gonna be there with someone who's experienced. Your
Yeah.
your roommates will be watching, so if anything happens, they can drive you to the hospital. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
There's
That's
a
the
big
one thing that I
fishnet
was
there
like,
between like 20 big ass turbines full of razor sharp fan blades that would eviscerate a human being in
It's
seconds.
true.
yeah.
But
I
the
like
fish-
just
Yeah,
watching
but the air it's pushing up. So even if the net
It's
wasn't
pushing
there,
up.
you still have a
and
little
down?
leeway to kind
but
of
if
fly to
some
the
of the
side.
fans failed. it
No,
wouldn't have
that's
the
what I
strength
thought
to
of.
keep you
I
up.
imagined me floating up and something happened, freak accident where it stops and I just fall like a
These are the thoughts that
pancake.
keep me awake at night.
I don't know. What if that's me?
Steph,
What if I have that bizarre, crazy way to go out, and it'd be like that,
That
would
would
be
be-
the way Steph
that would
go
be a
out.
cool story.
It's
Like,
like-
oh man,
We'll never forget.
I'm gonna be I'll
I'll
be
make
at your
you- I'll
funeral.
make you
No,
remember
speaking
me.
at your funeral, like, yeah, when Steph went to iFly, we all thought it was gonna be totally fine, but then those blades stopped, and she
And I
plummeted.
fell down.
But luckily, they got going again right as she was passing through them.
Yeah, it's just like
It's crazy. Roll that footage.
I
We
like
paid for
watched
the extended video package.
We're gonna show the
Like-
video.
like some of the videos I watch, the way they move is so weird to me. Like it's so weightless. Like
I
I
mean,
don't know what movie
kind of
I'm
the point.
thinking of. Huh?
It's kind of the point.
I know, but I don't know what movie I'm thinking of, or like
Break.
a cartoon or a clip. But like someone's like a
Every Wile E.
balloon.
Coyote
Here, I'm
cartoon.
gonna use this hamster. But like this hamster, right? This is a hamster.
Okay.
And the hamster's in the tube. And this hamster literally is going "Woo." Like it's just so silly. Like
Peter Pan.
wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man, but like in a tube. But like literally
You are the
juggling,
tube.
You were the ball.
It was
Yeah, you
so
are. You're in the man.
weird. It's the weirdest thing. But yeah, I don't know.
That's
I kept
gonna be
watching
you
clips,
soon.
and now I keep getting the ads. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna do all those flips. You have to be skilled
What
because
if
apparently,
again? What if you have an
Chad
awakening?
there.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
and you're just like, oh my god, I just need to be weightless at all times.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
just
be
every
like
weekend,
a
you're
human
just there.
feather,
Yes.
just fucking
They have
floating.
a punch card.
and
The
drifting.
15th one is free.
Yeah,
I
don't
bet
know.
you they have
They probably
something
do.
like
They
that. We
probably do.
jest, but like, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
they have their like.
Probably have
I
like a
was looking
membership
at their.
thing.
I was
Yeah.
looking at their
Flyer?
package deals. Like example, if you and then like 10 to 15 of your friends wanted to go, I don't know if this is the exact number, but like let's say you have like 15 flights or something like that,
Mhm.
you can delegate how many flights you want to like have. Like if someone wants to just do one, they have their one session and then
Long
yeah,
is a flight.
that's the thing. So, each flight is like a minute or so, which is no different than when you skydive. The longest part about skydiving is the ride up.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
true.
aware.
Once you
Yeah.
go down, it's not long.
It's,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not. But like now we're in
I
a
feel
controlled
it's more than a
environment.
minute.
Depending on the height you jump from, I'm sure.
Well,
but it's
Essentially,
Well,
so
when does the timer
essentially-
start?
I don't know. Well, actually, I think the timers. Okay, from what I was reading, it is supposed to replicate the free fall.
Yes.
Because once you do
The
the free
point.
fall and you pull the parachute, then you go up and you're drifting. You're
Floating.
essentially
You're floating.
drifting or floating.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
you're floating, that's the
Kiting.
part that you don't really put a time on because it's the initial free fall that has the
Oh.
longest. Like
so by comparison,
by comparison,
Okay.
it's the drop,
yeah.
which makes
So
no
if you're
sense.
skydiving,
Yeah.
like a minute is the free falling
Yes.
time, and then you could probably be maybe several minutes
Or
of like hang gliding.
floating and hanging out. Yeah. So when I was reading it, like, okay, like I said, I'm curious. I'm definitely taking a Dramamine because
Yeah, you probably should.
as you do. But like one of the things too is like it claims you will not have the belly feel. You would not get motion sick because it's just the air going to you, right? The thing that doesn't make sense to me is even in VR when I was playing VR and I was doing the
Walk the plank thing, or
the walk the plank game,
yeah, the
like
walking on the beam.
the
or whatever.
initial view of being on a skyscraper and floating down still gave me the belly feels. You're gonna tell me I'm not gonna feel shit 20 feet up in the air
That might depend on the
with
person.
nothing holding me but the pressure of air?
Yeah.
They said it's like laying on an air pillow.
On a Casper mattress, who we are
Like,
not sponsored
yeah.
by.
That's what
Ooh,
they
would
said.
be
It's
nice.
just there's so much
Would be.
air, you feel like you're floating. Well, I mean, you are floating, but like there's so much air that it feels like you're on like
You're
an
on
invisible
almost
cloud
like
or
okay.
pillow. So I'm just really
Cute thought.
curious about that.
And Steph, I need you to do one thing for me. Do
I will try.
a front flip. You gotta ball yourself up and do a front flip.
I said if they allow me to. That's supposedly a skilled move that they don't want you to
Yeah,
injure
you got to work on your
yourself.
core strength.
Yeah.
Mm.
You gotta, because I was reading it. It was just like, people don't think this is a workout, but it is. because you are against the pressure of the air.
Yeah. Dude,
So
you
I
gotta
was
keep
like,
your
yeah, I was like
fighting that
watching like the
push.
I was watching their instruction video, like example, they'll do things like if they do this, you have to make your legs straight. Like they want you to straighten your legs. If they do
Mhm.
this, you gotta like kind of bend your knees a little more. And then it was just like you have to have like this position to kind of like keep this going.
Yeah,
But,
it's to
like,
control your fall.
yeah, because I think also if you don't follow their instructions, you could just flip around and be loose in the wind tunnel
Mhm.
Yeah,
and
like a leaf in the
yeah,
wind.
you could like really like I don't know. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still intimidated.
You
But I'm
should be.
sure
That's
it'll be
healthy.
fine.
It'll be fine. You'll be fine.
I'm gonna just think it's gonna be the worst and hope for the
You're,
best.
you're gonna be there. You're gonna be freaking out. Then there's gonna be a 10-year-old kid right next to you, like, "I can't wait to do this again, Dad."
I know, dude. That's how I feel when we're at Six Flags.
Then
I'll
again,
be like,
children
oh
have
my
no
god,
fear.
I have
So.
the feels, and I'm just like, I don't know when's the day that I can't do coasters anymore. And then I see this little fucking 6-year-old, and I'm just like, man, I could fucking ride this. Confidence boost.
Just push him
Yeah,
by
but
the
the
head.
6-year-old doesn't have the issues that you have physically at a certain age. That's why they have no fear, as Jordan pointed out.
Oh, man.
Also,
They feel
fuck them
no pain.
kids.
I mean,
I don't
also
know.
kids' bones are made of jello. That's why when they fall down in like the trampoline park, they're fine.
Boom, form right back to the way they're supposed to be.
Oh man, I want to go to one of those.
The trampoline park?
I do.
It's fun.
They have an
I want
admission.
to. I want to dive in. I want to fall backwards into one of those piles of all like the
Oh,
the
the
ball.
foam.
funny shapes.
Yeah, the
Oh,
foam.
the
and
weird-
just
yeah.
disappear into it.
Yeah.
40
There
Like
was-
I didn't do the ball pit a lot as a kid because I thought it was gross, but I'll
It
do
is.
this as an
It
adult.
was.
I didn't learn
Yeah.
about how gross it was until later. I
Which
used
is-
to lay in that. I
As
used
a
to
child.
hide
Yeah.
myself and just lay there and
Yeah.
wait for someone to walk by and then just
You see
jump
the
up.
little pinpoints of light through all that. Yeah, we all did it.
Yeah, it just smelled like
We-
feet
we-
the whole time.
That's
Mm.
that's what ball pits smell. we didn't learn until later in life. Like, oh, everything's
Yeah,
covered in
this is
pee.
dirty. Yeah, like what is it? The McDonald's ball pit.
Play place, yeah.
I just couldn't imagine that they were like, yeah, you know, there's feces in there sometimes. So I
It's
was like,
just-
how?
Hot,
Kids.
sweaty feet smell the whole time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's moist. You
It's-
don't want to investigate what that moistness is. You just keep
Is there a
moving.
place other than than an old McDonald's play place?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E.
And
Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Is there any other place you can think of where you've seen a ball pit?
That one
Gay
very terrible
Pride.
Tumblr convention.
There was that.
Oh, the pit that was not a real pit
In my
Dashcon,
pants.
that
yes.
people jumped in.
Yeah.
I
That
saw
chick,
something
like, broke her
similar.
spine.
What is
What?
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Adrian she's a streamer and also porn star. It was at TwitchCon like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There's a ball pit and people were like fighting with their little foam sticks like they're playing American Gladiators.
Yeah.
She won. She's like, yeah,
With all the
celebration.
confidence,
Jumps into the
she
ball pit,
jumped up for
shatters her
joy.
fucking vertebrae.
Yeah. She jumped up for
jeez.
joy, went down, and there wasn't what you thought it was.
It was like a
Like-
1 foot layer of balls and then straight concrete.
Yeah, because the way that they made it look like was a pool. But if you really think about it, that pool isn't going lower than what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's as
It's a kiddie
high as
pool.
it's like a kiddie pool.
Well, it wasn't a ball pit. It was a foam pit.
Yeah, a
But
foam pit.
when she jumped
but-
in,
Ooh, that's
everything just
worse,
kind of
I
moved
feel.
out the way, and she just landed straight on the
fell
concrete.
straight.
yeah. She got
Something
fucked up,
similar
right? I remember.
happened. I saw a video. I don't know if it was the ice cream, like that ice cream museum or whatever it is. The one where it's like that big pool of sprinkles you could jump in. Have you ever seen that ad on Instagram?
No.
It's
No.
pretty much one of those art installations, but it's supposed to be ice cream. And there's a giant pool of sprinkles that you can dive in. So people jump in here, and some girl dived in there thinking that she was gonna go deep
Like
down,
Scrooge McDuck.
and it did not do that. I think she landed like kneeling, and it was not soft.
Did she fuck up her legs or her head?
I think she fucked up her
yes.
legs.
Okay, then her legs went first.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she like jumped like you would cannonball, but like landed on her knees.
Yeah, shattering her
just like-
patella.
I don't know. I don't think you should confidently jump like that into anything
Agreed.
unless you know what's in there.
Adriana
the bottom.
Chechik, she broke her back in 2 places after jumping into a foam pit.
Yeah.
Zoinks.
I remember she tried to play it off, and then it was like, no,
then
this
she realized
is
she was
really
in, she was in
bad.
mind-numbing pain.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is really, really bad,
That seems
which
brutal.
is awful. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So Steph,
Yeah, so we'll
birthday
see how that
plans, simulated skydiving. Hell yeah.
We'll see how that goes. I also like to have opinions on things.
You sure
You
do.
do like having opinions.
Yeah. Literally had a conversation with my roommates yesterday about
Having
the
opinions?
float spa
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
because they were talking about wanting to do it, and I was like, I have. I can say that I have.
That's true. Locked in
I
a
could also
isolation
say,
chamber with just your thoughts and salty water.
yeah. Yeah, I brought that up. I was like, it was fine. It's one of those things that you just want to do. Like, it's one of those things, like, if you want to do it, just have an opinion on it, do it. But
I'm
I was
glad it
like,
wasn't too
but the guys
expensive.
I was with, it was 10 minutes in, and they're like, yeah, I'm over this. And just kind of waiting till the time was done. Now,
Wait, did she just say the guys I was with?
yeah,
Do you mean these 2 idiots?
yeah.
You can say
You could-
Jordan and Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh.
You made it
That
sound
was
like you
the
went a
worst
second
way you
time with
said it.
other
But
random
I was
dudes.
saying
Voice
this
squad.
to my roommates. What was I gonna say? Jordan and Anthony?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I assume
Jordan
they
and
watched
Anthony from the
show.
podcast. Like,
They
Yeah.
don't.
but they know
That
you're
was the
on the
worst
podcast.
way you
They
said it.
know
You were
who
like,
Jordan
yeah,
is.
I was
They
with
don't
these
know
2
who
guys.
Anthony is.
Yeah, we know those 2 guys. They're here.
I've met them, haven't I?
No,
Oh.
One of
Well, I've
them.
met one of them, I think.
no.
Anthony's met
Alright.
Marlon. Like,
I've met Marlon. Unless
Oh,
he was part of this
that's not
conversation.
who I was talking about.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I was
That's
gonna wonder,
the
like,
point.
you just said
the
roommates, all right?
ever-revolving door. Yeah, the ever-revolving door that is Steph's place.
Yes.
Ooh,
in
that don't
roommate
sound
stuff.
good. Yeah, I was like,
Roommate.
yeah,
Leland,
yeah, I'm the problem here.
you were saying
Trying
it.
to think what else I did. Oh,
Well, what's your opinion on the movie that came out in the 1980s? Steph?
or Goonies?
Yes, what the? What
Oh,
other
yeah,
Like
I
movie?
one
was just
specific
about to
movie,
say
or
that.
just
I
Her
was
eyes
just
got
about to
so
say we watched
know,
the movie.
I know you were just about to say it, so I was teeing you up.
And you,
Man, remember
I
when
didn't
this
get
show
the
used to work
tea.
smoothly?
I didn't get the tea, man. I didn't get it.
Yeah, we watched The
No.
Goonies on
Yes.
Saturday.
How'd that play for y'all?
This is my
was fun.
first time ever watching The Goonies, and I have to say, that movie holds up. I had a great time.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Although I did have an issue with everyone having a nickname except for
Oh.
Mikey. That was weird to me. You have Mouth, played by Corey Feldman, because he's a fucking genius but an asshole. Then you have Chunk, who's just a fat kid who won't stop talking.
Oh, Chunk.
Then you have Brand, which is Mikey's brother, and I don't know if Brand is his name, a nickname.
is Brandon.
It's
Short
Brandon?
for
Okay, cool. Because I
Yeah.
thought, oh, maybe it's Brand because his mom is dumb and keeps mispronouncing words. And so I was like, you're just Brand now. What was her
I'm not-
problem? I still don't understand that. Why was that a running joke where she just does not pronounce anything correctly?
She's a mom in the 80s.
I honestly don't remember that part.
Yeah. No, it's like a mom thing where they just like, oh, you're gonna go play your Pokemons. You know,
Yeah.
moms just don't
Mom,
care
this is
enough
Johnny.
about your
Bye,
hobbies.
Sonny. And it's
Yeah.
like, that's not his name.
Also,
I mean,
all
she
the kids
kept,
had
even
nice
close.
shoes.
she kept saying Dada when it was clearly Data.
Yeah.
Like they kept
Yeah,
saying Data,
Dada.
and she was like Dada, Data. Like, come on, man.
It's like it's Data, lady. It's a real word. Like,
Yeah.
also Data's name Data. Like Data, Mouth, Chunk, Brand, and Mikey. Like, cool. Then you have Andy, who's a fucking idiot, and Steph, who's blind.
Oh, yeah.
Andy's a fucking idiot. I cannot get over that. She is so fucking
Andy's not-
stupid.
She's like like the bottom of the Goonies scale. Like, she's
my
right down at the
God.
bottom. Yeah.
Oh, Brad.
by
Oh, when did you
association.
get braces?
when
Motherfucker,
did you
there's
get
only one
braces?
person
And I was
here with
like, boy,
braces.
Did you not look when you kiss?
Also-
At least
also-
know who you're kissing.
Also, Steph in that movie, not a homie. She is not a homie. She watched her friend kiss the wrong person,
yeah.
and she was like, haha, funny.
And she
Like,
laughed about it.
Yeah, an
and she never
underage
said
person.
anything.
Oh,
That's one of
we were
those
talking
like
about that.
Revenge
That
of the
was a-
Nerds, vaguely
Yes,
questionable kind of thing.
100%
No,
that.
well, I'm okay. I get what you're saying with it vaguely questionable, but don't compare it to Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of
That's
the Nerds is
straight
worse.
rape.
Yeah.
This is not rape.
Not as bad,
Yes.
but especially since there was a witness who should have been like, "Yo, that's not your boy."
That's not the wrong.
There was someone who could have stopped this.
In her defense, though, she did come upon it already happening, so she just was like, "Well, you know."
Did she
Yeah.
have her glasses already or not have her
No,
glasses?
her glasses broke immediately when they went down
Yeah,
when they
immediately.
went into the underground. She immediately broke her glasses.
Oh.
Also,
She'd be too
Mikey,
powerful with them.
yeah, Mikey, autistic coded. Like, if you watch that movie now, you're like, oh, Mikey's just autistic. Like, and the movie makes way more sense after
I think
that.
you said that.
Watch that.
I think
That-
you pointed it out, and I was like, huh.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know that then.
he's totally
Yeah.
fine. Like, he really wants to follow the rules. The second he gets a whiff of One-Eyed Willie, motherfucker turns into a
Hyper-focused.
different person.
True.
I should have rewatched that.
It's good.
It's a good watch.
It was a fun time,
I
yeah.
really did enjoy that.
Yeah,
Clearly, I have problems with it. Like, when we're watching the movie, I'm just like, huh. So you mean to tell me, back in the 80s, someone wrote a screenplay that involved Italian criminals who locked their third brother downstairs in the basement to the wall because he's all fucked up in the face. It's just like,
Yeah.
that comes out of nowhere. There's no explanation, and Chunk adopts him at the end.
Oh yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna,
A
you're gonna
grown
be
man.
with me
A
now."
grown
Yes.
ass man.
Jordan thought that too
Loft
because
is
it was
fucking
like,
30.
yeah. When we were watching, it was just like, what was it? Sloth, you're gonna be with me now. I love you. I'm gonna adopt you. And I was like, but he's like an adult.
Yeah, he's
I was like, how is this? Wait, what?
Also, he
Bob
didn't
is
ask his
coded.
parents. He just said,
No,
"I'm picking
yeah, he
you.
did it.
I'm taking you, you giant Neanderthal of a person."
And-
It's just like,
And also,
It is
apparently,
really sweet though.
it is extremely sweet. But apparently, Mikey and Brand's house, you could be bought with a couple jewels, I guess.
Oh yeah. That's right.
now look, we don't know how much money was in those jewels.
Property in the
Okay.
80s
Neither
was
did they.
cheap.
I don't
No,
know.
that
I feel
is
like my mom
a
got me
valid
abandoned
point. You
those
are
schools
correct.
when I was a
They
kid.
This is
did
before
not.
Reagan really fucked shit up. This is at that early Reagan era, so everything was still affordable.
Apparently, not their house.
I forgot. Because I know when
forget
we
what
were
jobs
watching.
the parents had.
Was
That-
it established?
He was a
Don't.
curator.
Oh yeah.
Was it
Now I
yeah,
don't
he
know if
was a
the,
curator,
as far as I know, the mom is just a housewife.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did not imply anything
Just
other
like
than that.
Yeah.
statues with dicks.
But they also, what did you just say?
She likes statues with dicks.
It's
Oh, yeah,
true.
that's right.
It's like,
That's
no,
not what I
that's my
heard at
dad's.
all.
That's my mom's most favorite part. Like, I love
Your
that
mom's
line.
favorite part.
It's my mom's most favorite part.
The mom gets it. I mean, you saw the husband, right? Like
Yeah.
they have a loveless marriage.
Yeah, he looks like. Not gonna finish that one.
Oh, I don't know who that is. No, but
That man touched that woman 2 times and 2 times only.
I mean, it worked twice, I guess.
That man is ultra potent.
I was.
I mean, it created Josh Brolin and Sean Astin, so
Right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
yes, that was
Thanos and
Thanos
Gamgee.
Yeah, that was Thanos. I forgot about that.
and Sam Wise
I forget who Sam Wise is.
from Lord of
Frodo's
the
buddy?
Rings.
Yes,
Frodo-
yes.
yeah.
He looks very much the same.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
Like,
younger.
You could tell, like, oh, okay, yeah. It's like Elijah Wood. He still looks the fucking same.
It's true.
True.
Like as a child and now.
Wait, hang on. Sean Astin was fucking Rudy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not realize that
Bad
at
at remembering
all.
names.
Have you seen
What?
Rudy?
Really?
I've seen Rudy once, and this was like years and years ago.
I've never seen Rudy.
Rudy is the story of a nerdy kid who wants to play football, and he plays football. The end.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's one of the top 5 movies that openly men will cry at.
It's true.
I was trying to imagine what this box art cover would look like, and I
Oh.
was like, is it a dude that's sitting like this? And then I thought about it, and I was like, that's what I imagined. So I looked it up, and that's what I saw. But
That's all
that's not what's
sports
in my head.
Steph.
Angel in the out. What is it? Angels in the outfield is in my head.
Yeah,
But
also
it's
that.
the same. It's the same position. He's
Steph,
arms up in a jersey. Or,
do you
yeah,
remember the hit comedy?
The time.
when we
The hit
fell
comedy,
in love.
not another teen movie.
Yeah.
So in the hit movie, not another teen movie, they're talking about, they're at a football game. They're talking about past football games. They're like, oh yeah, remember that one time where we gave the ball to that, I think they say the special eds kid or something. And it's a parody of Rudy right then and there. He runs with the ball and then he gets cut in half by 2 people who tackle in different
Jesus
directions.
Christ.
It's really funny. But yes, that is a Rudy reference.
Yeah, I've never seen Rudy.
I feel you're probably fine.
You're fine.
I want an opinion.
Okay, then watch
Did
all the
everyone
movies.
watch this? Has
No, I've
everyone
never seen
watched
it.
this?
I watched it
No.
years ago, like a very long time
What?
ago.
Has everyone watched
Have you seen
Rudy?
Rudy?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times.
I want to watch
Oh,
Rudy.
a few
now.
times. Worth
It
a
had
rewatch.
Sean Astin in it. Of course I was going to watch it.
Oh, I'll watch it again now that I know it's Sean Astin. Like,
Yeah. The next, we still got to watch Clue. So that's the next
Yes.
movie.
I
that
don't
we're gonna
particularly
watch.
care for it. It's not a movie for me, but it's a fine
Really?
movie.
Yeah.
As far as sports movies go, I'd rather watch like A League of Their Own or Field of Dreams.
It's been a long time since I've seen that one too. A League of Their Own. I want to say
That's
the
right.
last.
Sean Astin was also the lead in Encino Man behind
Brendan Fraser.
fucking Brendan Fraser. That was like his first movie, so no one really knew who he was.
Encino Man.
I think Pauly Shore might have been considered the main name in
Probably,
that at one
yeah.
point.
yes, when I think Encino Man, I
Yeah.
only think Pauly Shore.
Yeah, like I kind of don't remember that the other two were in it until Scott just said it now. But yeah, like Pauly Shore is kind of the one that you remember most from that movie.
That's who I keep getting mixed up. Pauly Shore and Pauly D. It's the Pauly part that I keep thinking people are referencing because I don't know who Pauly Shore is.
Pauly D is from Jersey Shore.
Yes. See, because the shore. Jersey Shore, Pauly Shore.
And Pauly Shore is how. What is a
when
reference?
it fuses in my head, it makes me think that that's what it is.
Pauly Shore is
Goofy
the
movie.
dude who
Pauly
keeps
Shore.
eating Cheese Whiz in the Goofy movie. That's
Really? Oh,
that's Pauly
it's
Shore.
The leaded
Pauly
tower
Shore.
of cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Pauly
Eat a
Shore
tower
in
of
animation and real life.
Yeah, same guy.
Seen bio.
Does he have an earring?
Yeah, probably.
Pauly Shore.
That'd be great if Steph goes, "Oh, I love Biodome. It has Kylie Minogue in it."
No, Son-in-Law is my favorite. In
No
the Army
Pauly
Now?
Shore.
I always enjoyed In the Army Now, but mostly because it had Lori Petty in it, and I just kind of find her funny.
Lori Petty's great.
Yeah.
Underrated star of the 80s and 90s.
I've never seen a live action movie with Pauly Shore.
But she's seen several animated ones.
I like that she referred to them as live action movies.
I mean,
Well, because
she's
they're
not
not
wrong.
cartoon related.
Wrong.
Yeah.
It's also upsetting as they understood her mistake of the Pauly Shore Pauly D
I
thing.
really am angry
'Cause
that I
it's the-
see where she
Yeah,
messed
it's
up.
like-
I'm
yeah, I know, I
really
get
angry
it.
that I get it.
And I was like, I
Because
get
it's
it, but
Pauly
also
D
fuck
and
you.
Jersey Shore. So
Yeah.
Pauly Shore is what I focus on the most.
I just
And then I
just
put it
shut up
together.
because I was so mad.
I was just like, I don't know how to take that.
I remember I don't know what I was watching, but it was like it was probably a list video on YouTube, and they were talking about the one time where this girl threw wine on Pauly D's girlfriend, and then that girl hid in a room. Pauly D's girlfriend's like, "Oh my god, you open this door right now!" And Pauly D's like, "You fuck with my girlfriend?" He fucking just knocks the door down. So then his girlfriend could get in there and slap the girl. I'm like, Pauly D is down for his woman. I'm down for that.
You know what? Respect.
Yeah.
I've
Jesus.
I've always seen the the movie, what is it, Son-in-Law? Like I've always seen the box art of it
Yeah.
at like a
In that
Hollywood
famous
Video
painting
or a
in the museum.
Blockbuster.
Oh, that is. It's right. They do the farmer.
Yeah, the American Gothic.
Yeah.
I've always seen this box cover, but I've never seen it.
My mom really liked Son-in-Law. That was a standard in our household growing up. I've seen Son-in-Law more times than I would care to admit. I think I even saw that thing in the theater once or twice with her because she was like, "Oh, Pauly Shore's so funny." Like she just really got a kick out of him.
Oh, he looks
Wow.
rough now.
It's the lady.
She thought the weasel was just hilarious.
It's
Yeah.
it's the lady from The Fall of House of Usher and
It
Spy
is. She
Kids.
that was one of her first
Spy
movies.
Kids
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
Oh, Carla Gugino.
Carla
Yeah.
Chicano. I never can say it right.
Carlo?
Gugino?
Chiquino, that's it. Yeah.
Gugino.
I always want to say
Gugino.
Chiquino, like the composer / director, and they're not related. So it's like,
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of
Like-
old movies I want to rewatch. Like,
How many movies was Pauly Shore in that also had Brendan Fraser?
I don't know.
I mean,
Three?
he was in
Four?
like, I mean, Pauly Shore was like in a lot of shit in that
He was
early '90s. Like
famous.
he was a thing.
Yeah.
I know this man.
He's gonna be at the Burbank Flappers next week.
Performing for nobody.
I forgot.
Nah, I bet you it sells out.
Oh.
I have a customer who works there. He was saying like legitimately every night they usually sell out that fucking place.
Wow.
He was in
Yeah.
the Casper with Wendy as Hillary Duff as Wendy, but I didn't even know Hillary Duff was Wendy.
Yeah, she was Wendy.
Yeah, that was a direct-to-video sequel to that.
Yeah. I
Oh.
I totally forgot about the 2021 movie Pinocchio, A True Story, starring
Oh, yeah.
Pauly Shore.
Yeah,
Because the
one of
trailer for that movie is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Jordan, one of 3 Pinocchio movies that came out that year.
I remember.
And I'll be no, Scott was like, we should watch it because we watched kind of the other 2, and I was like, no, I can't. It's like,
Pinocchio'd out.
Steph, I need you to watch the trailer for Pinocchio, A True Story, starring
Okay.
Pauly Shore, because it's so fucking funny.
I will watch. I will watch that as my homework for later. I would like to see. What else is there? Clue. I know there's a bunch of movies that they put on Netflix that are like early 90s movies that I wanted to see again. Like what was it? I think it had Nicolas Cage. It was like an action movie.
National Treasure.
they're doing a part
The
3.
Rock. I wanted to watch The Rock again.
The Rock? I bet
With-
The Rock holds up pretty well.
I can't do The Rock.
Is Connery in that?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Why not?
That's the one with the little crushed thing that they would put in people's mouth, and it would be like,
Yes.
yes.
It would just erode their entire.
Why,
Yeah.
why can't you watch The Rock?
I don't think it's good.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, no.
Yeah, nah, it's not for me.
that's fair.
Would you watch
Honestly,
that?
I don't like the way that Connery is treated in it. They treat him like a shit
Oh.
Bond, and that pisses me off.
Oh, okay.
Also, I don't like hearing the James Bond character say the F word. It really bothers me. I can't explain it. It's the same way when Julia Roberts says the F word. I'm like, no, you don't do that.
Does
You're
she
better.
laugh when she does it? Is she smiling when she says the F word?
Probably. I don't know.
does.
She got a
It gives
big
too
mouth
many
She does.
and a huge
She
smile.
has too many teeth. I also don't like Face Off. Scott put it in the chat. I can't stand it.
Oh,
Like, and the fact that that's also getting a sequel is just like, what the
A
fuck?
sequel, not a remake?
Yeah, no, it's a sequel.
Oh,
Apparently, they're both
Jesus
coming
Christ.
back. I saw that movie. I'm pretty sure that motherfucker died at the end of that movie.
No.
So, but I bet
I
you it's
stole
not
his
going to be
face.
him. They probably saved his face, and they're
Yeah.
going to just put it on someone else,
Yeah.
like his son or
Oh,
some nonsense.
yeah.
Like,
That's
I
some
just-
Joker shit.
I just, yeah. The Rock is fine. Out of the 2, I'll sit through The Rock, but like hearing Sean Connery talk about going home and fucking the prom queen just really bugs
I'm gonna
me.
go home and fuck the prom queen.
I was
I'm
like,
Sean
I can't do
Connery.
this movie. Also, it's
Yeah.
Michael Bay. I'm hit and miss with that dude anyway.
Mm.
there's
Like right
just-
before he goes too far. Like that's your like The Rock, Bad Boys. Like there's a lot, but it's not like Pearl Harbor too much.
I like the hour in the middle of Pearl Harbor with the actual
The
war.
attack.
The war is actually quite good.
I love the attack on Pearl Harbor.
He loves it when
I
Pearl
love it in that sense. It just
That was
like
my
that
favorite part
is-
of the movie, the attack on Pearl Harbor.
I just don't care about Kate Beckinsale and Josh Hartnett and Ben
Hartnett.
Affleck in their fucking three-way trilogy or whatever the fuck they're doing. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah. That's
God,
right.
if there were a throuple, that would be the story to remember. They'd have
Oh,
secrets
Big
Challengers.
crush
in
on
that
Josh
relationship.
Hartnett.
You don't remember Josh Hartnett?
No, I said I had a big crush on him.
He's a good looking dude.
forgot.
He's a very
Yeah.
good looking dude.
Did you see Oppenheimer? He rolls up in Oppenheimer, and that
Yeah, I
motherfucker turned
saw-
into a silver fox, and I was like, all right.
You see
I
Black
saw
Mirror?
Oppenheimer.
Because he shows up there too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
right on.
one?
Black Mirror. In the most recent
Yes.
season.
Oh, really?
He does.
Whew,
I've
baby.
only ever seen 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's kinda
of Black
nuts.
Mirror.
Which
Same.
2 episodes have you
Three.
seen?
I saw San Giopero because everyone had to watch it.
Okay.
That one's really
Yeah,
good.
it was
That-
like required.
Very, very sweet. Which other 2 have you seen? I assume USS McAllister.
Yes, of course. I saw
Yeah.
the Star Trek one, and then the first episode where the guy fucks the pig.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
I would.
Did you
I
watch
was-
the game one? That one
Oh
was
no,
good.
that's right. That's
Fighting
right. We
Vipers.
watched Bandersnatch, and I really had a good time with Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch was fun.
Yeah.
Fighting Vipers is a very interesting episode starring Anthony Mackie and guy who played Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen.
Billy
the-
Crudup.
No,
Yep.
the other one.
Oh, Yaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, so Anthony Mackie and Yahya Abdul Mateen, Fighting Vipers, Black Mirror, interesting episode. And then the Josh Hartnett episode is from the most recent season. I forgot what that one's called, but good God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's good. I still like the other video game one too. The horror game one.
Oh yes, starring
What's his name?
dude who plays the evil Captain America in the Winter Soldier and Falcon show.
Oh, Kurt Russell's kid.
Kurt
Wyatt
Russell.
Russell.
Wyatt Russell, yes.
Wyatt Russell.
Yes,
Yeah.
Wyatt Russell's
That's his
episode is also
kid?
fantastic. Yes, that's
Did you
Kurt
watch
Russell's son.
Monarch? He was great in fucking Monarch.
I've not
I
seen
have
Monarch.
not.
That shit's good. If you guys find the time, that like, I don't know, man. That Monarch show, that thing hit for me. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
it's
got that
Godzilla
mixed up,
adjacent.
too.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, Godzilla shows up a couple times. It's great.
Yeah, I've been
know?
wanting to watch it just because I've been watching all the Godzilla stuff. -1, fucking fantastic.
So okay, so I just got back today from seeing my dad. No spoilers. When I got home on Sunday night, like I got home at like I don't know 8:00. He was just like he was watching Godzilla -1. He was like 30 minutes in, and I was like, he was just like, I'm not starting it over. I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
oh, for you.
Yeah, he was like,
Like you
he
came
goes,
in?
he goes,
You
he
jump
goes,
in
the
now or
movie,
you leave.
he was like, the movie's good. I don't want to start it over. I have to know what's going on. I was like, respect. I get it. It's fine. I'll watch it eventually. So I got to see the last hour while I was playing with the dog.
Yeah,
It was a good movie.
it's fucking fantastic. The ending
Yeah.
is a little hit or miss, but
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, okay. I'd like to see how we get to this point in the movie. But cool.
yeah.
I do that sometimes. If you're like late to watch what everyone's watching and you just kind of continue it, and then you watch the 30 minutes of the beginning on your own time just so you can see how they got there. I've done that a couple of times.
It's like I'm fine. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
Godzilla movie. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick up what's being laid down. There's not much you can do with it.
Yeah.
True.
So, we wanted to try and see if that other one was streaming because we were like, well, we're here. We might as well keep Godzilla going.
Shin Godzilla,
And no, the
Oh,
new one where
Godzilla, Kong, the Fallen Empire, New Empire.
yeah, where King
Oh.
Kong gets a robo arm.
Yeah.
And apparently it's not streaming anywhere yet. And I was a little like, oh, whatever.
I mean, it was just
Yeah,
in
the fuck
theaters
they
like
did that.
last month. So
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Yeah, but so we ended up watching at like no shit when I say this, at least 17 episodes of some border crossing show that my dad's obsessed with right now, where it's like people try to sneak into Canada doing
Oh.
bad shit, and it's just a reality show.
Yeah.
We just sat there. I'm kidding, for like a day and a half. We just watched this show, and it was actually quite interesting. It's
Yeah,
like-
people get creative.
I was legitimately shocked by some of the shit people would try to bring into the country. Like, I was like, oh my. Like this woman, she declared on her, I told Scott earlier this, but like she declared on her thing, she's like, do you have anything to declare? She writes fish.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, what do you mean by fish? Like, and she had like 4 giant suitcases. And she was coming from, I want to say the Philippines or Taiwan. I don't remember because too many people try to bring fish into the country. So I got confused.
Yeah.
Yes, Jordan, down in front.
For a hot minute, I thought this show was people like trying to illegally cross the border, and they were just filming it.
No. No, sorry. I mean,
It started as that, and then I realized,
Then
yeah.
so they're going through
people bring
customs,
stuff.
and then they're like,
it's
guys, you can't do this.
sorry, it's called like border patrol, so that's why
yeah.
my brain thing. But yeah, it's people
The
trying to
word
go through
patrol.
customs and bring their weird shit in,
Okay,
and like it was just really funny because she said fish, and they opened the suitcase, and this bitch was not lying. There was so much like fish jerky, just 2 full cases, and the guy was like, "Look, no, she wrote fish," and they're like, "Yeah." This is all
That's
legal.
exactly
She
what
can
it is.
legally bring this in. It's not raw. It's cooked. You know, whatever. And he goes, "What's that though?" And she goes, "Oh, I think that's a manta ray." He goes, "Okay, well that one we can't let you in." So he like takes this dried manta ray, tosses it. And he goes, "But the rest of this fish is yours."
It's fine. Yeah.
But it was not in a bag. It was not. It was just fish in a suitcase. I was just like, the smell
Like,
had to be so
Wow.
bad.
Rain
She didn't
wrap,
even
not a
wrap
Ziploc
It was just fried dried fish in a suitcase.
raw dogging it with your socks.
It was
What?
so.
Did
I
she,
was like,
did she
man.
have like any clothes in the suitcase?
She had 4 suitcases, so this was just like 2 of the fish suitcases, I guess.
Yeah, I forgot what you could bring because I've
No room for
like,
clothes, only fish.
well, like,
Like it was. I was
No,
telling
because-
Scott earlier, like I kind of got into it. Like my dad was like, "Do you want to watch a movie?" I was like, "No, I got to see more of this wildness. Like I got to know what
I get
people
it.
are coming from Canada, and they're not like all Canadians. So it's just
Yeah.
like Canada's just the
people are
way
Canadian.
station, and they went to like San Francisco, Detroit, New York, and Boston. So those are like the 4 places they would hit.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like it was insane. Like some of the stuff people try to like sneak in with, and I was like, and the guy was like, the guy was like, all you had to do was just declare it. You just
Yeah.
have to say, oh, I
What you
have meat. Okay. But it's when they try to hide it and they're like, see, you could have just told us you had meat and we probably would have let you through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you lied. So now we're
Yeah.
going to take your meat. It's
Yeah.
like-
I was
Yeah.
about to say, I
Oh.
forgot what areas, like,
oh, this,
Like,
oh,
you can't bring pork some places.
yeah,
There's-
pork.
Pork is
plants
specific.
because
you can't bring that.
um,
And plants, yeah. My dad
yes,
used to do border patrol.
corn will be all over this, but like,
Yeah.
you couldn't take in certain vegetables or plants because it could have evasive species of bugs on it
Yes.
Yep.
or evasive like
Invasive.
plant fungus. Sorry,
Yeah.
plant fungus that'll destroy our crops.
Yeah.
But the one that made me laugh the most was like these oh, I know I forgot it. But it's an interesting show and I really kind of thought it was funny. Like just the stuff. You can watch it on Disney Plus.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Shout out to Scott for subscribing with Prime Gaming for 16
woo.
months.
Woo!
Damn.
Absolute king.
Oh, that's what I was going to remember. Steph, this
Yeah.
because Steph and Jordan and Corm have spoken about this because of family. Is this Filipino dude? They opened the bag. They're like, "What is this in this bag?" He goes, "Oh, that's soap."
Yeah.
And she goes, "That's not soap." And he goes, "Yeah, it's soap." She picks up. It's clearly 2 eggs. Like there's no. It's not soap. Like it's clearly
it's
2
not
eggs.
soap
It's-
shaped like eggs.
she goes, "These are eggs," and he's like, "Oh, I thought they were soap," and she goes, "No, they're not soap." So she opens
was it,
them up.
balut?
It was. And they crack it open, and the guy goes, "Oh dear God!" He goes, "Is this
Dramatic.
balloon?" Like, and you hear, and one of the Filipino coworkers, she goes, "Oh yeah, you don't want to open that, man." Like, he's just like, "Just throw that away. Don't crack it. Don't crack it."
Oh man.
The guy was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
no.
my mom said it was soap." It's like, I was like, "I guess believe your lie."
You de-
Like, just keep going with it.
We, like-
reason.
Can we make our own balut? Is that legal or illegal to do here?
I don't believe so. I think
I
he
don't-
was coming from
Yeah.
Milan, so he got it like from
Oh,
the
yeah.
homeland, I guess.
Authentic balut.
Yeah, authentic. I mean, yeah. But he was so like, no, it's soap.
Yeah.
You could see it in the woman. Like she almost want to be like, wash yourself with this.
Yeah.
Prove to me this is soap. Like,
Then brew
That's
it.
all I would do. That'd be my answer for everything. Prove it.
yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't know this. So if you, okay, let's say, Jordan, you coming from Canada, right? And you're going to go to Vegas because you want to gamble the fuck out of your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you bringing in money, right? You're like, I got cash. You can
In a
only
suitcase.
bring
certain
$10,000 in
Yeah.
cash across the United States without declaring it. If you declare it, if it's more than 10 grand, you got to pay like a 10% fine
taxes, right? Or
on
fine?
that money. So
Yeah.
these people will go to so many lengths to bring in all this money. And it's 10,000 per household, not individual. So
Ooh.
people will have like 4,000, 5,000,
Yeah, they
1,000, and they're
space-
trying to space it out. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, you guys, if you had just declared it, it would have been a 5% tax.
Yeah.
And this guy had $15,000. And she goes, you didn't declare it. Guess what? All Uncle Sam's now. All of it.
Ooh.
Take my money
Oh,
just for
that
crossing the border.
sucks.
And this guy was
What
like, I'm
bullshit.
sorry, what? And she goes, yeah, you didn't declare it. You lied. That money's mine now. And I was just kind of like,
Damn.
me and my dad got into a big discussion about it. I was just like, I find this to be wrong. Like,
Yeah.
pay a fine, but that's your money. Like,
Not anymore.
yeah, I was having, not anymore.
7% or 10% even. But also, fuck you. Like, why are you taking my money just because I'm carrying it across the border? That don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Look, I'm trying to see a man about a dog.
Dog
like
fight?
you good, Leland?
There's a Chewbacca going off in my house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't hear it.
I thought I heard a dog.
Oh, I heard that.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I just live here. The one
Can
that
you check
really
on
threw me
Scott?
off.
Like,
I mean, he's
Scott, do
moving.
you hear that?
He's moving a lot of stuff in his room, so maybe it's a toy.
That's for sure a toy.
I'm just like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I do want to discuss this last one that I saw. I don't want to like monopolize the whole show about this,
No,
but
you're
like,
fine.
let the Wookiee win. Well, the Wookiee is definitely winning. So this guy he was coming in from Taiwan, and he's had a necklace, and he did not declare it because it was on his person. He bent over to get something, and the necklace fell out of his shirt, and like the border patrol guy saw it, and he was like, "Oh, man, I think I have to like check that necklace." He was like, "But why? It's my necklace." And he's like, "Yeah, but that looks like a tiger claw, and that's like an endangered species, and you cannot
yeah.
have
You can't
that."
bring certain things.
Right. And he was like, "But I've had this for like 10 years, and I've gold plated it. Like the gold
Yeah.
is mine. Like it's on there." And they
Yeah.
were like, "Yeah, we have to check it to make sure it's like, legit." So they took it
Yeah.
over to some wildlife lady. She goes, "No, yeah, this is an original tiger claw."
And they took it.
And they brought it back and they seized it. Like you can
Ooh.
petition to have the gold back, but you cannot
Yeah.
have the tiger claw. And I forgot kind of weird about it because I was like, I get what they're saying, but
Yeah.
the
there's just-
tiger's dead.
Yeah, but there's just
And
something
he's
you
had it.
can't. Yeah.
I know,
That's
but what's it gonna do?
I don't
like,
know. They
it's-
have
it-
weird
acceptable.
rules.
I guess
some
I don't know.
things you
Like it was
can't
one of the few.
bring.
It was one of the few ones I sat there. Was like, I don't know about that. Like it's just a necklace.
Like it's
But-
very sketch and questionable sometimes when you bring certain things because like you obviously have to ask questions. And you don't want
Sure.
to be like naive and bring it and then it be a problem. Like that's
Yeah.
that's always like I don't know. Like
No,
I
no, like-
remember.
Taste.
Yeah, me and
Our-
my dad had a whole discussion about it, and I was just kind of like, I mean, I see both sides. I was just kind of like, I understand they don't want an endangered species to endorse this, whatever.
Yeah.
But that tiger's clearly not been a problem for however long that man has had that necklace or more.
Yeah.
But then my dad's point was like, well, we don't know. Maybe he was the one that killed the tiger. And I was like, you know what? Fair. I don't know this man's
Yeah.
life.
That's interesting.
But yeah, it was actually more eye-opening than I expected than it to be. I mean, a lot of drugs.
Yeah,
So
Oh,
of
I'm
much
course.
sure.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they had this thing called the Gemini tester. Can test over like 25,000
Oh,
substances,
yeah.
and they would just put a little dot on something. Hell, they didn't even put they put the thing up to a jar, and it read the grain through the jar, and it was like baking powder versus like
Huh.
Oh.
narcotics. It was
Wow.
wild. Y'all want to watch the episode and just get freaked out by how many dumb people there are in the world. It's quite good.
Yeah, no, that's
like
funny.
Chuck E. Cheese ticket reading machine there at the border patrol.
Yeah. This is how I know I'm older. I was fascinated by this show
Oh,
and
no,
gave it
I
a
totally
lot of my
get it.
time.
I
Those
totally
are
understand.
interesting because, like, you just get
Well, yeah,
like
but
an
me and Jordan watched-
understanding of stuff.
Me and
and-
Jordan watch procedurals, so like we
Yeah.
have a thing for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, those
I
are
would watch-
interesting.
I would watch 20 reels of this in a row, and that's probably about it. I would
No,
spend
that's
one
fine.
night
Yeah.
nonstop being like, "Wow, this is wild," and then never go back to it again.
Yeah,
I
get it.
probably watch like compilation videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
like the craziest
Yeah.
things people try to bring in.
Yeah,
'Cause my
It was
dad
just
used
I was
to-
just shocked by the amount of stuff people try to lie about. And I was like, you know,
Yeah.
if you just but it's just so funny because all the interviews at the end are like, if they had just said the truth,
Yeah.
there would be no problem.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, well, note to self, if I travel abroad someday, don't have fish, I guess.
Yeah. I was
Or
really
Don't
Tiger
bring
claw.
fish with you.
Yeah.
like
Don't bring
Bring
the
the manta
animals.
ray.
I was really nervous when I came back from the Philippines because
You
it
were
was like I
smuggling a
brought a
tiger
bunch
claw.
of snacks and I brought a bunch of stuff, and it's intimidating when you're on the plane because you have to really fill out that itemized thing
Yeah.
on what you're bringing back.
Yeah.
And it was just like liquids or lotions or like, you know, any type of thing. It's just kind of like real questionable, and they can seize it whenever they want. So like I've heard stories where my coworkers have bought perfume and they took it, and it's just like, oh, okay. And then like even when I visited my brother in Washington, we went to Pike's place and I brought back like we went to the fish market and I literally brought back fish and a lobster and crab, and I had like this styrofoam chest that I brought with me on the plane, but it was apparently fine to take because I kept asking. I was like, am I gonna get in trouble for bringing this? And they're like, no, we pack it like for the plane. And I was
Yeah.
just like, I'm not gonna be questioned at the airport like what this is or what's the content or anything. And they're like, no. I was like, okay, yeah.
When I bought all
it
that
was
whiskey,
fine, but
Like they're like, "Don't open it. We've sealed it. So
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be cool."
Yeah.
yeah, that's like the one thing. I don't know. I know when my dad did border patrol before, he would tell me how like there would be trucks from like Florida and they'd be bringing like the palm trees and stuff. So like this dude drove a truck for I don't know how many days, how many hours from Florida, gets there. My dad goes to the truck and there's snails
Where
on stumps.
was it? Border Patrol in San Diego.
Border patrol, like border, like TJ border.
Okay,
border.
so San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah, San Diego. Yeah, so like
Dude
The
probably
truck
drove for
showed
like
up.
24 hours.
yeah, the truck showed up, there were snails, and it was like, sorry, we can't take these.
Take it back.
Mm.
And he turned around. It was real interesting.
Left him on the side of the 8.
Yeah. Funny enough.
It's San
Yeah.
Ysidro's problem now.
I'm sure they confiscate or what is it? They take a lot. Like, I don't know.
My dad, I forget if I ever told this story, but my dad got stopped at the border once because at the time he was working, he was trying to get this business running where he was buying vehicles over the border, fixing them up and bring them over here.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these vehicles are like American vehicles that went across the border, had accidents, and then were left there.
Yeah.
So like a lot of them like kind of had like American registrations anyway.
Yeah.
So he's coming across, and as he's coming from TJ to San Diego, he gets pulled out of line.
Oh.
The dogs
Yeah.
start going wild.
Oh God.
Oh,
The
boy.
cops are going through it. They're like, they keep hounding him, like, do you have drugs in here? Do you have drugs in here? Do you have drugs in here? He's like, no, I bought it, fixed it, and I'm bringing it over. So he had to spend pretty much the night in jail at the border while they dismantled the car.
Oh God.
Infinity like SUV.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Didn't
wow.
find anything. Came to the conclusion that it may have been a mule car, and there may have been enough residue that the dog got away
Oh.
with it. But they
Yeah.
tore it apart, couldn't find nothing, and they give it back to him the next day. And he said that shit was barely hanging together.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
do they fix it back or they just
No.
like, here you
No.
go?
He had to spend like another
Sorry.
$1,500 to get it
Oh my
back
God.
into like safe driving conditions.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The weirdest one is radiation.
What?
This,
Oh.
yeah,
Mm.
they got radiated, and this person was like,
Oh.
"I don't understand why my radiation's going off." And the
Yeah.
guy was like, "Oh, did you have a medical procedure recently?" And she's like, "Yes." He goes, "Radiation," or specifically in Canada, the salt that they pour on the road for snow has some sort of chemical
Oh,
that
shit.
that mimics radiation.
Mm.
So when cars during the wintertime would go through the border crossing on in Canada, it would register as like their car is irradiated.
Huh.
Like
That's
they could
wild.
have some sort of bomb making equipment inside the car. Like they pulled a fucking like into his testing everything. I was like, this would fucking throw me
Turn the
so
tin
far.
There
foil
was-
suit, they got a cooking machine.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just made me remember there was a, what was it? A Reddit story about roommates, and one of
Oh,
the roommates
yeah.
collected like what was it?
Oh,
War?
China?
War?
Yeah, he collected like
Collected things from the wars or whatever.
Oh,
Like World War
And he
II.
had a
Like war
cabinet.
paraphernalia kind
Yeah.
of thing.
He
Yeah.
had like a
Oh.
whole cabinet filled with it. And I forgot what the story was, but it was something along the lines of like, am I the asshole, or what is it? Am I the asshole
for
um,
reporting her roommate.
for reporting my roommate or something like that? And pretty much, I guess I forgot what started it. I don't know if she got headaches or something and then started like going to the doctor about it, but essentially they found out that from the wall of all his collectibles and shit, she was getting like the secondhand radiation from everything. And I was like, dude, that's insane. Like, it's such a
Yeah.
crazy thing to think about. Yeah, the levels
Corn,
were
put
so high.
Corin, put that on a shirt. I'm not a narc, but I'm a stickler for safety.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did you find it?
yeah, I'm just gonna read like the first few sentences.
Yeah.
I, 26 female, live in a 2-bedroom apartment with my 19 male roommate. My roommate has a collection of clocks and old electronics he keeps in a case in his bedroom. I received my radon detector from a friend 3 days ago. He had high radon levels, 5 PCI, in his house. He got it mitigated and now it's down below 1 PCI. And I wanted to give it a try, blah, blah, blah. Turns out in her room, it was reading 224 PSI in the main room.
She was just in her room,
I moved.
existing.
I moved to my bedroom close to his, and it's maxing out over 500 psi in my bedroom. My apartment
dude.
lobby reads at 3.5 psi. So this dude was beyond 500 in his own room because it was
Forcing chemotherapy on everybody.
yeah,
Fucking
Holy
insane.
Jesus, yeah.
Dude,
Nah,
I'm not gonna
no.
lie. I fall down a rabbit hole with these random like Reddit stories. I just play it and tune out and listen to the fuckery that
Yeah,
happens.
it's good. It's a very easy
kinda
format.
nuts.
It's just people reading Reddit and then reacting to it.
I think one of them was like, "Am I an asshole for putting? What was it? Am I an asshole for taking out my roommate's or my diabetic roommate's medication to put my cake, the birthday cake, in the fridge?" And it's like, yes,
Yes,
you're an
yes, you're an
absolute asshole. You're a
you took their
fucking
insulin
monster.
out of the fridge
This-
and put it on the
this
counter.
You could have.
guy,
You
no,
literally could have put that
no, this guy
somewhere else,
goes.
like in the
Some
refrigerator.
people are
Apparently, he took
not
her
people.
medication out, right? Put it on the counter, right? And just to make room for this cake for the birthday party. And this fool had the audacity to be like, She came home, she had a huge fit and totally ruined the vibe of the party. And I was like, you fucking monster!
It was
The
also expensive.
audacity!
I love that they ruined the vibe of the
Yeah,
party.
it's like totally ruining the vibe of the party. It wasn't a big deal. It was just on the counter for 2 hours. And it's just like, you're not justifying anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus.
you're just an asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a "Am I the asshole" post that got reposted on "Am I the devil."
Dude, there's some nuts ones. They are crazy.
I enjoy those a bunch.
Yeah.
I was on To Live and Talk in LA yesterday,
Yeah.
and usually the back half of the show is like articles and stuff like that. One of them was an "Am I the asshole?" So when I saw it
Oh.
on the list, I'm like, "Ooh, finally I get to do one." We ended up going long and
Yeah.
like just cut that one from the total show. So I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Like almost so close. I want to just rail on it like an idiot of a human being.
Yeah.
I guess we're
there's-
gonna have a Reddit stories episode at some point.
They're pretty
And
interesting.
It was the question. I didn't read the article, but the question was, "Am I the asshole for being upset about the surprise party that like my girlfriend or my wife, my significant other, threw for me?" And just off the title, I'm like, okay, I can see.
Oh, do you not like surprises?
I
Are
can
you
see
mad?
like a way where you're not, and I can see a lot of ways that you are.
Yeah.
I want to learn more now and see
Like
where
what?
we end up.
What are the factors that make
Yeah.
you this asshole? Yeah. It's always so funny because sometimes their stories are so vague. Like one of them was like, "Am I an asshole for singing at one of my friends' weddings?" And I was like, "It depends. What song did you sing? Like, like how long did you sing for?" And then it's just like then they break it down on like what exactly. But some of them are so like, I don't know. Are you? What are you not telling us? And then you find out there's a lot they don't tell you. They're very vague
Yeah.
sometimes.
So for that story, it was a woman asking if she was the asshole for singing a song at her friend's wedding. It was a gay wedding.
Oh yeah.
Is she singing "I'm Coming Out"?
The song that she decided to sing
Oh,
at
Lord.
this wedding
Yeah.
was "Good Lookin'" by Dixon Dallas.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that.
Whew.
Can you hum a few bars?
I have the lyrics right here.
Okay.
There's something about the way you look in my eyes, like a starry night, you light up my sky. You lean in
Pretty.
closer and my heart starts to pound. I heard you sigh, you know I love that sound. This is the chorus.
Okay.
He's bouncing off my booty cheeks. I love
Oh,
the
yeah.
way he rides. I can hardly breathe when he's pumping deep inside. I kiss him on his neck, and then he kisses.
I want this played at my
I
wedding.
kiss him on his neck, and then he kisses on my bussy. Call him daddy
Oh, yeah,
while
that's
I
what it
holler,
was.
man, that boy's so damn good looking.
Yeah. I was like, well, no shit, Sherlock. Of course they'd be pissed off.
She sang this whole song.
Yeah. And it was awkward. People were not happy. And she didn't see the problem because she was asked to sing. Just
song.
not that song.
Yes.
Like, we would love for you
she
to sing
did
at
not
our
get
wedding.
the song cleared. She just
Cool.
sang
and she was
it.
like, "Hey, I got it," and she just did it. And
Yeah,
it
I
was
got
like,
you,
I'm just-
fam.
I'm gonna just sing "Baby Got Back" and hope for the best. Like
That
just,
would be
like, come on
fine.
now.
That'd be that would be funny.
Feels like it in good humor in the right crowd. Sure.
Yeah, I
Sure.
feel like you have to know the couple. You have to know the vibe.
you, Beck.
Like,
Was like you're like the little old woman in Wedding Singer who starts
Okay,
rapping.
Rap
Oh,
all
that-
night.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, First Delight. Yeah. I've watched that
Wow.
movie way more than I needed to.
Which movie?
The Wedding Singer.
Wedding Singer.
Oh, I've never seen
I
it.
watched
Only
that a
seen it
lot.
once.
My
Jordan, you might actually like it.
I had a cousin propose the way in the plane. That's it.
He bought a ticket to sneak onto a plane.
Oh, not that far. I just meant the song.
Is it really sneaking on a plane if you bought a ticket?
Well, if you're
No.
unexpected by like the other passenger that you're singing to, you're it's sort of sneaking.
I feel like those are things that they would not allow you to do.
I mean, you could buy a ticket. You
No,
probably
I
just
meant
can't
like,
walk down the aisle with a guitar. That's
Yeah.
disruptive.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
not gonna let you do that.
No, they won't. No. Probably be
That's
tackled
also
beforehand.
carry on.
Not now.
Definitely
that don't
not
fit
now.
the carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you got to do it with the ukulele now.
Oh, that.
Yeah, you have to get the
If I'm on a
ukulele app on
plane-
your
That
phone.
takes up a
just
bag.
If I'm on a fucking plane and someone pulls out a ukulele, I'm gonna punch them in the face. Like I'm stuck here for 5
I'm
hours.
gonna
too,
grab
man.
that ukulele and
Like-
throw it.
I don't
Toss
care if
it.
you are the greatest ukulele player in the world. You should not subject people who may not want to hear ukulele on a plane.
But
What
what
if
if
they
it was
play
the wedding
tiki
singer
music?
situation?
If Billy Idol ain't there, then I'm not gonna give a fuck.
So like it's only you haven't taken off. It's just like as everyone is sitting and getting settled and they leave. That's still a bad
But
time.
they left. I don't care if they leave.
Okay. Well, what are your thoughts in the moment?
I hope they shut the fuck up before the plane takes off.
This reminds me of a video I saw, and it was like some lady. I think the plane had just taken off, and she decides to just start singing this Christian song, like,
Oh no.
Hey,
just like she should. Actually, no, it wasn't just this woman. There was also a dude with a guitar and a bunch of other people. They all just started singing like gospel music on the plane. People like,
Unacceptable.
dude,
they should
what
just
the
shut
fuck?
up. Yeah,
Ugh.
there are some things you just don't do.
Lord, smite this plane.
Yeah.
Just-
I will open
I'm gonna
this escape
step
door.
outside.
Like,
I'm gonna open this door that I just decided to sip.
I'm gonna let Boeing do my work for me.
Oh, oh,
Boom. That
no.
was it. Wrap it up.
There you go.
Shout outs to Boeing.
Who just put people in space because they make spaceships too.
Yeah, that
Oh.
spaceship was shaped like a dick.
It
that
did
whole
look like a
launch,
dick.
I watched it at the gym on the treadmill and I was laughing my ass off. I'm like, this is straight up Austin Powers.
Yeah,
No one's
Austin
saying it,
Powers
but it's
has a
fucking
dick-
Austin Powers.
Has a dick
Yeah.
it's a dick rocket.
dick rocket.
It,
Yeah.
it had a head, a shaft, and two big
And
balls.
two
I was like,
balls.
no one saw the design and thought, it looks like a dick, right?
Ain't
No,
every rocket
nothing.
kind of dick shaped?
Sure, but this one
Not
was like
necessarily.
specific.
Explicitly dick
Yeah.
shaped.
Because usually
This one made me
rockets-
think.
Had a weird vein down the side.
This one made me go.
Why is that a mushroom cap?
I was like, is that me?
Why is it curved?
Everything makes me think of him.
Oh.
Is it leaning to the
All
left?
right.
Boeing? Yeah, probably.
Oh man.
Because the fucking wing fell off.
Oof.
All right. Yeah, we're at time. Let's bounce out of here. Thank you, everyone, for hanging
let's
out with us
fly out.
tonight. Let's fly. Not Boeing.
What else are we
We'll
gonna
take a
fly? Who else makes
Spirit?
planes?
I don't know.
Boeing
I wanna
makes
go on
all the
Spirit.
planes.
Yeah. It is a Boeing plane.
Let's
We're
take
driving.
a train.
Let's train ride.
Train ride.
Yeah. Train.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. Thank you,
The Airbus.
everyone who's been hanging out with us tonight in the chat, everyone lurking, we appreciate you. Everyone who checks out with us post release, you're all fantastic human beings, and we appreciate you so much. If you want to see the show next live, it will be Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here at twitch.tv/LORC podcast. If you want to hang out with us in between shows, you can hit up all the social medias. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and the Facebook, and you can find us at LORC Podcast. And if that's not enough, we got a free Discord. The community is bumping. Everybody is cool as shit, and everything is always happening there. It's not one of them fucking ghost town Discords. You got an interest, you're gonna find someone out here. There's gonna be a lot of conversations. So absolutely reach out, get in on it, and make some friends. It's good for you.
I like friends.
Yeah, friends are good.
Friends are great.
If you want to find me on the internet, do so at Spooky the 13th. I am on Instagram, Twitter, and the Threads. I assume you all just know at this point, but in alphabetical order, the rest of us are at.
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. Will I retweet something on Threads? Probably.
I
The end.
accidentally posted yesterday on Threads. I didn't realize it was going to happen.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I just like, oh, what the fuck? I'm getting hearts on threads. What did I do?
You don't do the post and then realize you didn't mean to post that and then delete? I do
No.
that. I just didn't do it today because I already posted the the
I posted
podcast
on
on
Instagram
mine.
and it
I
went
was
over
like,
to threads too. That's
fine.
all.
You cannot find me on Threads. I'm on Instagram at Leland Pierce Art. I occasionally do art.
Are you gonna go over to
Yeah.
Kara since Facebook is mining all art from their sites for their AI?
I don't know
Oh, I
what
didn't
you
hear
just
about
said to
that.
me.
No.
As far as I know, you're talking about Supergirl because you said Kara.
Yeah, you said
Meta-
Cara, and I was like, Geraldine.
Meta is going to scan all of its photos for its AI, and you don't have a choice to opt out of it.
Yeah.
So
On which application?
all Meta.
Instagram,
Facebook,
Facebook,
Facebook.
Threads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kara is a new social media thing, which is kind of like Instagram, but it's not attached to Meta. So a lot of artists are moving over to Kara.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's apparently it's like an art focused social media.
CARA.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
One more
Another-
for the record.
Another account.
God damn it.
I know. And I post stuff on Instagram and Twitter and Twitch sometimes. That's Stephanoids. That's STPHUHNOIDS. I post shit.
Nice. All right. Once again, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. You're fantastic, good-looking human beings. We can't wait to hang out with you again. Yeah. So
What's that
until
weird
then,
shadow?
Yeah, is it this one?
you see the shadow people too?
Yeah, right, oh, there it goes.
It's funny you mentioned
Is it
that.
about
I had
you?
a conversation at lunch with a coworker about shadow people.
Oh, Steph, we can. It is too late. We've already.
No,
done
I
the
know,
social
but it's
medias.
just funny that you mentioned that.
We'll talk about shadow people next Tuesday.
Tune in next Tuesday, everybody.
Send in your favorite Reddit stories.
Oh yeah.
And also, please go check out To Live and Talk in LA. I was on the
Yeah.
show last night with Mark, having a blast of a time. I blew his mind about Harambe. He thought Harambe was something else. So find that on To Live and Talk in LA.
How does this
on
keep
Twitch.
happening? How do we keep finding more people who don't know about Harambe?
He World 2020, whatever.
Wait,
thought
what
Harambe
did, what
was
did Mark
something else.
think Harambe was?
He thought it was some like
he thought it was
gorilla.
Haram Bay.
He thought it was a gorilla. But
Oh.
wait, what? Steph, is that your porn name?
I was like Haram Bay. I don't know.
What
He
did Mark
thought it was a
think
gorilla that was like poached.
Oh,
He thought it was some kind of poaching situation.
Huh.
right.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, that's that monkey that got shot in the zoo because there was a child in danger and the world was right to do so.
Because Harambe was playing Hot Wheels with a black child.
No justice. Hashtag justice for Harambe. You
Fix
know
up
he got
Harambe.
like. You know he got like 0.6% votes for president.
He did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's
for
what's wrong with America. Thank you,
Good for
everybody.
it happened.
Oh, fuck Harambe.
He was protecting that child.
was not.
After he grabbed that child and dragged him around like a Hot Wheel for a little bit. Like, we have to, we can't leave that part out.
Harambe's not a hero.
That child was in danger.
Okay.
And
yeah.
then
I'm
when
not saying
other
he was
people
in
started
danger.
coming in, then Harambe got protected of the child, and then they shot the fuck out of Harambe.
Okay.
I mean, they could have tranked him.
They could have, but they didn't. They're like,
They shot his ass.
Could have set him off and put that kid in danger. That kid is a fucking dried up Oreo in the hand of that monkey.
Did the kid survive?
yes, the
Yeah,
kid's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they
okay.
shot the fuck out of the monkey.
Yeah, they shot him.
Poor
They
Harambe.
murked that monkey.
They used real bullets against this gorilla.
Yikes.
All I see is a small child with blood splash across his face
Oh,
and the
God.
beginning of the Harambe story movie.
Oh no.
It was like a dark reflection of the opening to Nope.
Yeah, I
But
was like,
instead
nope.
of-
As soon as you
Yeah.
said that, I was like, wait, is that nope? That's what she
It's
said.
probably where he got the inspiration for that scene, maybe.
I mean,
I get it. I understand. Oof.
All right, bye, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
bye everybody.